Merry meet everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Um, as you may know, I am one of the hosts of Witches of the Moon, and someone on a viewer of Witches of the Moon commented on my experiences with the spirit world and asked me to do a video with about fear and of spirits, so spiritual fear, or fear of spirits, or spirits feeding into fear, and all that jazz. And I wanted to give my 2 cents. And yeah. So what I feel is that there are some spirits you should be afraid of. Not every spirit out there has your highest intention at heart. Um, but what I mean afraid is I mean you're gonna feel afraid. Darker spirits. I can't say negative or positive. Darker spirits are going to give off that vibe of, you know, almost like doom, gloom, and like creepy, like out of the movies almost. And you're going to be afraid. And she was right. She said that um, one of her friends or someone told her not to be afraid of spirits because spirits feed off of fear. Those type of spirits do feed off of fear, and unfortunately they do. But that's the best time, if you feel afraid, is to, especially if you feel a spirit is present, and you feel afraid, is to, in my sense, how wacky this may sound, talk to it. Talk your fear out. So, say, and this helps build your psychic abilities too. You said that you can't physically see them, but your eyes are drawn to a particular area in the room where they're at. So talk to them. You may start hearing things. You may see flashes. You may smell certain scents. Why are you here? What are you know, what is your purpose? Um, and if you still get this like sense of doom, asking, why are you here? Demanding why are they there? Because usually with those spirits, you don't want to. You want to be respectful, of course, to any kind of spirit. You want to be respectful, but at the same time, you want to be almost demanding if you're afraid. Um, I probably get a couple thumbs down for this and the people, but I feel that if you are afraid and you don't want to deal with the spirits at all, then sage your place. Spirits don't like the scent of sage. California sage, California white sage, or regular sage, kitchen sage works just as fine, but I like the white sage. I think is a little more potent. Um, they don't like good or bad spirits. I say good or bad. Um, well, good or bad spirits. They don't like the scent of sage. Um, so it's not like if you're doing, let's say you're doing a divination session, like you do have a pendulum out, and you want to ask a particular spirit, like maybe your guardian spirit, your guardian angel, a particular question, but you want to cleanse the room beforehand. Um, it probably wouldn't be a good idea to cleanse with sage, because sage is going to knock both of this your guardian spirit and the other spirits that are also trying to get through as well. It's going to knock all of them out. So maybe cleanse with a candle, cleanse by candlelight, cleanse with salt water, asperge with salt water, sprinkle salt around, which that just protects. Um, Use dragon's blood incense or frankincense and myrrh to raise the vibrations and get rid of the lower energies, which is a lot of when you feel that doom and gloom of a spirit. They're more on a lower um, level where they make you afraid so they can feed off of it and get stronger. I'm not saying all negative spirits like that. There are some that don't need to. That they'll make you feel that just because it's fun to them. There are some spirits like that, and um, but not all spirits are bad. Not all spirits are good either. There's a mixture in between. Nature is neither both good or evil. Um, good or bad. I don't like to say the word evil. Um, so they have a lighter and darker side to them. I guess you could we use those terms now. But if you are afraid of spirits in general, um, then there are some ways to work with them. Start um, working on your protection, working on shielding. Call in your guardian, your spirit guide, your power animal, spirit animal, your guardian angel. Get to know them. Get to know how to identify them, how to feel their presence. If you work with a god or goddess, call them in as much as possible so you know what their presence feels like, and you know um, when they're there and who how you can tell the energy difference if something else is off, and get to know them. Um, so when you do feel afraid, then you can call on your guardians or your guides, and you can they'll help comfort you, and they'll help comfort you while you are dealing with this, let's say, darker spirit that could be, in the room with you or in your presence or whatever. So having a spiritual team as a backup, um, and knowing that you are not alone is a big thing, of conquering fear of the spirits. Some people are afraid of them just because they're afraid because they can't see them. Um, and I used to be that way too, um, afraid of ghosts and spirits and things that go bump in the night. But as I grew on my path and as I developed my psychic abilities further, I am now able to see them and hear them to an extent, and I'm not afraid. And I have a spiritual backup team. They're always with me. Um, they're always protecting me, guiding me, teaching me, and um, there's always there. I'm never alone. That's one thing I feel comforted about being a pagan and being an eclectic witch or wizard. I like the term wizard, but being eclectic is that in this spirituality, you find out that you're never alone. Um, and you're really never alone in any religion, because most religions believe in guardian angels, ancestors, um, God, goddess, um, spirit allies, spirit guides. So in any kind of sense, that you are never alone, that someone is always out there watching your back. And that's something to take heed in, especially if you're afraid, especially if you're fearful. Um, I'm not going to lie, there are times where I've been by myself, and this was a long, long time ago before me and my partner got together. Um, he's one of the reasons why I'm not afraid a lot anymore of really anything. He has this I don't give a fuck attitude, um, about a lot of things. Um, and spirits being one of them, people being another. Um, when I say not give a fuck, he doesn't. It's not like he's complacent or displacent or whatever word is. He just doesn't care what you think of him. Um, it's helped a lot. Helped me get out of my shell. So having someone also in the physical sense to help you through does help as well. So someone you can confide in. Um, he was one of my people that I confide in all the time, and so is my sister Victoria, who is an amazing witch and psychic, back home. I confide in her all the time, and she confides in me. Um, but having those two, so you have your physical, spiritual team of people who you can confide in and talk to about this, um, and you have your spiritual team, those who are with you always and are out for the betterment of you, not just to trick you or to fool you or sometimes. I do have to say this: if you are a pagan, I don't know, I haven't checked your channel or anything, um, but if you are a pagan, you will feel that some of the gods and goddesses put off that effect because they want their intention to be known, that they are there and they have something either for you to do, or they want something of you, or they would just want to make their presence known, like, hey, I'm here. Some of them like Hecate, like Hades, like Zeus. Poseidon can get that way too. Um, and so can Caradwin and Hearn. Because I'm very hard headed when it comes to things like that. I have to be bashed in the head a couple times with symbols and signs and omens to actually, if I'm not, like, if I am not specifically looking for them and they pop up, I'm not going to catch it. But if I'm looking for them, I'll see them. So if they have a sign or something like that and I just don't catch it, then they'll come in with this massive presence. And I'll feel it, and I was like, whoa, okay, I need to tune in. I need to see what's going on. And sometimes that's it too. Maybe it is a new spirit guide, or if it is, maybe that you just need to do a cleansing on your house. I don't know the full details. I just know what you left me in the comments. I really do hope this helped answer some of your questions. If you have any more questions or like any um, further insight, I will leave my email below, and you can reach me there, and we can have a conversation, or you can just leave it in the comment section below. But I hope that does help. And until next time, many blessings.